Awesome, Seth. Okay. Can I get a key?
Can I help you?
Yeah, is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Okay.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Yeah, I mean, I can think of several reasons.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
Yep, those would be the reasons I would think of.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
Understandable.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Uh-huh.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Oh, tell me more.
He killed himself.
Maybe I am Krasmazov.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
No, wait. What if I am Krasmazov?
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
Well, we need those keys.
What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
Yes.
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Thank you.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Goodbye.
Hey, psst.
Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again.
Oh.
You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet.
Yeah.
But neither has love. Shouldn't we just stop building love, too?
That was worked out really well for me. I'm a love winner.
Good. We need tender men like you building gargantuan communism.
Yeah.
Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted by human beings. Is that right?
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impair all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets.
Uh-oh.
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I've said some mildly left-wing things, but... like... probably just the first three.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
Interesting.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Well, what's the communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished. Beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on.
Oh.
Until you came along.
Oh.
You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
Okay.
You alone, against every living thing.
Uh-oh.
Against every human alive.
Yep.
800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class.
Oh.
Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers,
Uh-huh.
headed armies of nations, and the love of your own mother.
Uh-oh.
You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
That sounds like an interesting book title.
Now get to work, comrade.
Well, I'll roll up my sleeves and start building communism. Woo!
Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, firing squads? You didn't mention any of those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Well, let's roll up our sleeves and breathe the pristine air. Why is the text starting to become all funky? Resolvian social economics. Yeah, it's a little ominous. Okay. Let's see here. 3 T's, how idiomatic. Let's talk to you.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Oh. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's full head taller than everyone else here. Noticed.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Oh. Okay then, I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different.
Oh?
It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
Uh-huh.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I got some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
Yeah. Who are all the strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut. Yeah, you're a bit clean-shaven for this sort of thing. Like, uniform, rugged beard sort of clean-shaven.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Uh-huh.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
Thank you, Kim.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No, they follow the rules of the market. the rules of the economy because they were given a job to do.
Yeah, what exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. And try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Why don't you just talk with them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Uh-huh.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
Exactly.
No. They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw. A perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. Now, what exactly do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
Yeah, but they also have the right to not die at work.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit.
Oh,
while the
very much,
overalls,
Seth.
held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Yeah. You're wearing new clothes.
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Nope.
Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Mm-hmm.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly you from?
What's it to you?
Deep suspicion dripped from every syllable. Routine, part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
I already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, from Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. Okay, maybe I can retry this.
What's it to you?
Routine.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Your
We're all
background.
Workers, right? Workers stick together. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Never heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
Uh-huh.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I wasn't done asking questions.
Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
Maybe.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Alright, where are you from?
What's it to you?
Curiosity. Gotta figure out the strike mess.
Big mess caused by Union Green. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Actually, already got that. Interested in your
We're all
background.
workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, from Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
I know bars. Been thrown out several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar?
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but he might have been there. Don't really remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
I'm just gonna leave now. Okay. Well, I guess, those are all taken care of. Maybe I can talk to the boss man now about bringing down the corpse, you know. Now that I've taken a look at the crime scene.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
Is a living god.
Ha ha ha! Mr. Dubois, so be it. How can I help you today?
Can you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging in the tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Yeah.
Oh my! Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Also, I study the footprints of the crime scene. Worker boots.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
Picks up the handset of the radiophone to his right. Clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down.
Yeah.
And Jean, please take it easy with the race signs. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race signs.
Jean-Luc is the, bastard. Okay.
You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big, impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy.
Also, I did turn it off, Everett.
What?
Shady brew told me to make it even shadier. I didn't. It had alcohol in it. There's no alcohol.
Did I? Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing about it, and I'm sure you made the right call. I spend the whole day delegating tasks, and it's a great relief to see people taking initiative. I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol, turned off. I'm gonna let the world surprise me.
Okay. See ya.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Go to Measurehead at the gates and ask him to get the body down. Oh, I wish there was a fast travel option. Because even though the map is not that big, the fast travel option would But at least let me get from here to there real quick. That one was terrible. Let's see here. Experience points 95 out of 100. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Yeah. Like, they are really big on this sort of, Eastern European, mid-20th century oeuvre.
Does Kuno care?
I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fuck.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Well, let's open the padlock with a key.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid.
Yep.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Oh?
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop.
Yeah.
Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Can I have a premonition that something is in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
I guess let's do it.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you.
Ugh.
You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yum.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Well, let's dig in Hobocop style. Extra content.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knock cannon?
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however.
Absolutely.
And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'm into hi-fi.
That's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste and crisp wrappings.
A cruel jest. There must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in saffron.
Ugh. Antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
You. Well, let's look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows. The methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Oh.
Good practice for dumpster diving.
Well, let's dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Well, let's look at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Some jeans?
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
So it was post-mortem he was stripped.
Drop them in here, officer.
Lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Yeah, let's bag the trousers.
Guitar mark, blue jeans. Pockets. Empty. Or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
But
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
well, let's see.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Well, let's go for it. I got gloves.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
All right, here's a shirt.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
Let's
The
take a
rest
look.
of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
That's all I think.
Alright. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think that someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Yeah, I guess we need to ask the kids who put them there.
What's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
Mentally.
See?
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's check the food.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly.
Ugh.
Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey,
Oh?
nothing.
Oh.
It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Okay.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can
Yeah.
still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Oh.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know exactly what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
Miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Someone the whirling threw it in the trash? I don't know. I'm boring.
Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime, or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives.
Alright, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
I guess we're done
The
here.
container sounds a muffled gong.
Wonder if the badge will ever be found now? Possibly.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Okay. Who put the clothes in trash? Ask Kuno and Gart. Read your ledger and name on the case. Okay. Oh, that button.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Well, at least it's cleaner. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Probably came from the dumpster.
It's a metaphor for you.
Yeah, probably.
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Let's smell the ledger? That sounds like a bad idea. Let's look at the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
Okay.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Ugh.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
Well, 2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. Not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. It was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Thanks.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Much of a naming convention here.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Oh.
A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
And more?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location. And the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
Noticed.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my case appears some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Oh, why's that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have a case called the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Yeah, I guess when you're dealing with death all the time, you gotta find some joy, even in the terrible.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Well, at least it was an accident. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Alright.
Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Well, let's commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Oh.
The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But...
Kim, do you have a pen?
The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Can I have one?
Nor did I give this to you with resentment.
This beauty. Commit to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body.
Yep.
Get the body down.
Okay.
Interview the cafeteria manager.
Right.
It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Oh, cross out the ones I've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you.
Yeah.
You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion.
Yeah.
Things to be done, and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, yeah, have you any by chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
I guess we can just be simple, the Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Alright, I guess I'm done inspecting these.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Well, let's take a look at the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
Oh no.
Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What type of forms are these?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Oh, last one's useful.
You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Well, let's look at the field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Station call?
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Oh.
All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute.
And a misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
Yeah, enough of these.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys.
Yeah.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Oh, can I read the case files now?
It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
Okay. Well, we'll put the ledger away. Broken-eared mug, someone made its way in the whirling rag stumper. Depicts person of Sumerian descent, frolicking field of saffron flowers. Yeah, cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. Can I smash this thing?
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
I'll have to read in this, actually.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
I just wanted to smash this thing. I'm gonna use this as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or
Yeah.
do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Right. Also, Inlaid Empire we're doing a lot with. Spirit of Corpse we're doing well, but yeah, I've got some items helping with that. Suggestion might help. Yeah, let's do that. Read that. Okay.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Well, if we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Oh.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
Well, what do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in on anything.
That's good.
Well, you know what I'm in on. Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity.
Oh, what kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
So this struggle of who runs Martinez?
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
Oh, okay. It's like state land.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
That's good.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
I wonder what that says about me. I was sent by my station. I probably have an unbelievable kill count. Oh yeah, no, Kim is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna leave why I was sent unspecified.
The silence carries.
So, what's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. Most of the interchange doesn't exist.
So, you volunteered to spoil all of this?
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. Yeah, no, that's definitely something to smile about. Okay, enough of this competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Why did the 41st send me?
Look at you.
Yay!
It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57.
Yeah, that makes more sense than the other stuff I thought of.
Just Think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck-up? Like, as a joke?
I've considered it.
So, it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Oh, why's that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
So you are their finest.
I am the finest of nothing.
Really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there.
Absolutely, Seth. Let's become legends.
So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke.
Good
And
as the
even if
good
they
cops.
did,
Really get
they are
Kim
in
to
for a
trust you.
surprise.
Nice. I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow.
Yeah.
He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
I mean, I think that's relevant to the case.
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organization we're in. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Ah, thank you. So what should I concentrate? Well, probably the case. I'm afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
Talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and I have no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Yeah.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
Lazarus, huh? Yeah, I think we should be good. No people who can drink this bad? I mean... I hope... I mean, I haven't drank, but I hope I'm never that bad.
Steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Well, let's check the radio.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
Alice, please connect me with Station 41's Lazarus.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Thank
The
you.
voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
This scene. This should be interesting.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
Ah, hi.
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
I'm in a bad way, Doc. A real bad way.
Oh, it's you.
You know who I am?
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me.
Sure, but can you tell me about myself, as in, like, who I am?
Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do.
Lost my memory. All of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised. Okay! Anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
Uh-huh.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
Look, I think I had a heart attack.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Yeah?
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
Okay, look, is there anything you can do for me?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
You know what? Yeah, I want the truth.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
I'm a rock star?
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
Wow, this... Maybe I am the best my precinct has to offer.
It's not fucking cryoactylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Well, super glue is technically a trademarked term. Look, I couldn't reach up and grab a tie from a spinning fan without unbearable pain shooting through my arm.
Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of peripheral neuralgia and high blood pressure. Could be that you were having a heart attack. Or, actually, it could be both, given your profile.
Yeah, Seth. Superglue is copywritten, which is why there is a whole episode of Mythbusters, which is like a 90-minute show, minus commercials, about myths involving superglue, and they could only use the phrase superglue once. There's a great video on Adam Savage's his YouTube page, where he talks about that, because he starts using the official phrase for it, cyanoacetate, and he's like, wait, I can just say superglue, this is my own channel. But yeah, no, superglue is copywritten. Wait, both? But that sounds bad.
Yep.
No wonder I'm in so much pain. I feel like I've been damaged.
Yes, probably in more ways than one.
Yeah.
He sounds very careless about it all. Positively breezy.
Great.
Detecting very little in the way of empathy from Dr. Gottlieb.
So, what do I do?
Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off the drinking. The drugs, too. Anything else?
Abstinence could have immediate positive effects on your health.
Well, I guess that's it for now. Suddenly hear the already familiar voice. New skill point. Nice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Hey, have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
No, and I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else?
Can you contact me with civilian? Sylvie might have reported the murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't Kirk give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Thank you. Let's start slapping a marching rhythm on my thighs. Do, 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 do.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
No, absolutely. I'm just keeping myself entertained.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Awesome.
Yes, hello?
Female voice greasy through static. Sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Sylvia, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Yeah.
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Oh. Rats. Was it you who called the police initially?
No, not me.
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Oh.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
Right.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
Yep.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
So, I meant us. You should have called the police.
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
It looks like there's a limit to my authority then.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, why exactly let a corpse hang in your backyard for weeks instead of calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
I see. Don't worry about it. I understand.
You do? Oh. What else can I do for you?
Well, next question.
Yeah, go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why
Okay.
not?
Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
From whom?
You know who.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Okay, did you leave because of Gart?
What? No, why would you even think that?
You told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Okay. You know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the Whirling?
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it.
Ah.
I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective?
No, put the victim's clothes in the trash.
No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse.
I mean, understandable. Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
No, I mean like the physical object. I misplaced it.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
Look, my badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't. Sorry.
That's alright.
Police will have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
I'm gonna let it slide. I don't need answers for every little thing.
Right. It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking you're a cop or something.
Yeah, have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
I showed you my gun? When did that happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
And what? What did I do?
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Ew.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Up to what?
No, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Ugh. I need some help.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
Ew.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
But, yeah, what happened to it?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
I see.
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Pawned it, eh? I need to find a pawn shop around here. I got everything I need. Thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
Well, wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad, it's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. Just made me want to quit.
What skua thing?
The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Oh, that bird.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
How do I always end up screwing everything up?
It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
Wow.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
So you're telling me I was the one that made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I'd ever seen. And I had seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
I guess I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive.
Ugh.
Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
What song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry about the song.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
Well, that was a pretty successful experiment.
I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know.
Right.
And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
I'm sorry.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen.
Oh.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Really sorry for everything, Sylvie.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
But when I spoke to Guard, it seemed like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross the line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
Hey, maybe I can do something right.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
Remember corded phones? Remember when you would do that on a long phone conversation?
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him, maybe.
I can tell him.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
What else did I sing besides the Oh? I'm looking for a song.
All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Was I singing the smallest shirt in St. Scenes?
Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
Don't mess it up. Difficulty impossible feels like that.
Interesting. You still have to find a copy, though, before you can blast it.
Thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
We leave.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
What are Copo types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Sorry, cop? I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
Yes, sorry, cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official, then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in
here. Okay, what are the other Capo types?
Oh, you know. Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go?
Won't the other Capo types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
I'm sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
Oh.
That won't happen.
Oh. Okay. Sneaking would be useful. We have been using logic a lot. Although I think I want to keep volition up because my my psyche's fragile enough as is. Oh, I need more skill points. Okay. Keep looking for the collar. And a debrief at 22. Talk to guard for Sylvie. Well, that's simple enough a task. So, it wasn't you, it was me.
Can I help you?
Well, here's your trash container key back.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone on your staff put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
So who else is key to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
I wonder if an update messed with the font for that, because keep getting garbled up stuff.
Thank you anyway.
Well, let's talk about something else. Okay, I talked to Sylvie. She left because of me, not you.
Wait, what? But what about the bird?
The bird?
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
She didn't break it. I did. I threw it against the wall.
You broke the skewer.
His face flushed with emotions. A rash covered his neck.
I assure you it was him.
Thank you, Kim.
It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you. Again.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
You tell me.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. A symbol of hope and all.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
Probably.
All right. Did she say anything else about me? You know, did she say anything about me?
Well, she said she was flattered, but it was just really bad timing.
Really? I should give her a call then.
Man doesn't know what to say. Wipes his brow and stares at the counter.
Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, and I mean, at this point there isn't really a boss-employee power dynamic, so, you know. It's a little less icky. Okay, it's 6:30. Hello, again.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Yeah, ever told you to help us get the body down from the tree?
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Great.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
There's a but.
Uh-huh.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Okay, then.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
At least he's leaving.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
We're just trying to keep things from going to shit.
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm Katya, by the way.
Yeah, this should be interesting.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I don't. I've seen enough of that dead body already.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Evrot's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
That's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There's been no side choosing. We did what we had to keep order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Put this in the trash lately?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
No. Okay. Well, it's actually kind of good to know that he didn't.
Yes?
Oh. Go see what Measurehead has accomplished. Ugh. Alright, it's about 7 o'clock. Okay, what's up with you?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Uh-huh.
Fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Right.
By the way, kipped is a racial slur.
Could you stop using the K word? It belongs to the past.
Can't tell Kuno what words to use. Fucking kicked.
What is this, a word museum? You want to belong to a museum, Kuno? With old people?
Fuck you. Kuno says kipped if he wants to. Kuno's dad says kipped all the time. Kipped's a cool word.
Kipped, kipped, kippity, kippity, kipped. Kippity, kipped, 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 kipped.
It's like a little engine has come alive on the other side of the fence. An engine that only says, "Kipped."
The game really makes you love kids, right? Yeah, I got a crowbar here.
Give. Alright, shut it down, see. The cunt has business to do.
I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
So, well...
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2.
Yep.
Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Alright.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing menu.
Makes sense.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else for this? A doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work, everything.
Wait, honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
I don't feel like I'm a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now, the way I see it...
He looks at the corpse with some disgust. That seems reasonable.
It's either this, or we complete the initial interviews. We already met Evrard, but only leaves the Wild Pines representative. There's one in town, negotiating the strike. She could have information.
No need for a distraction. Let's do this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Never mind.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Alright, first, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Alright, let's get in there!
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Yeah, alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
And just fill this in, show him the red field autopsy form in my ledger.
That's right.
Okay, open the ledger at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
Alright.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Number 1, assistant.
That's you.
Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number...
KK57-00803.0815.
Cool.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi.
Oh, nice.
57 equals Precinct 57.
Makes sense.
Followed by his date, 0803, and time of arrival, 0815, on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Meh.
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Yeah, let's write it down.
Next.
Name?
NA. Next.
Date of birth?
NA.
Age?
Roughly 50.
Alright.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
Alright. 42.
He nods.
Race?
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mundi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Allow me to also add another. Well, let's write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex?
Fucky!
Male.
Yeah.
Pigs can have sex.
Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Alright. 4351.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Yep.
KK 57 0503.
Oh, absolutely, Seth.
15 listens, motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Yeah.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Okay.
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
Right.
We should start the post-mortem.
Alright.
The
Let's turn the
corpse
page.
cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copy paper tries to answer why.
That's the external examination. Let's summarize.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
Turns body on its side, check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
I guess let's write it down.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
I guess we'll write
The
that
boot
down.
has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Alright, write it down. Stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white.
Alright.
The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Right.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Okay.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
Right.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stone thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Oh.
Ligature mark.
Then it pursues a small folding knife with the other hand putting on the belt, starts cutting the polyester. Stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
Steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Well, good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Uh-oh.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Let's look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Great.
The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. Like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Okay.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
Fuckity fuck.
The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Okay. They're buried in the man's flesh, and you rotate them to get a better hold. I feel like if I rotate more, it's just gonna start shredding. So, we go.
Yeah, fuck him! Fuck that buggery! Corpse fucking time!
Could I just remove these 2 kids from the face of the planet?
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Yeah, no, you can do that, Kim.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision.
Good.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Alright. Yeah. And his chain cutters back and the nails close the body, running a finger along the dark red groove till it comes to a gap.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
That makes sense.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Okay.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia...
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Let's move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact. but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Okay.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Right.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
That scarring is extensive, way more than a law official's.
We have a real museum here. Battles, wars.
Yeah.
Last item, hands.
Takes a man's right hand to his, inspects it, moves to the other hand. Oh, let the lieutenant work.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Okay.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of the story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
Rain is very vulnerable to compromises in his blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
I guess I'll write not applicable.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Ugh.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Right.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in a prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. Stops to exert more force. Both hands are used. Yeah, this is pretty effed up.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Yes, let's take a peek.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Yeah, let's just write it down and keep going.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
We don't have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
Looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tightness and disgust. Not applicable.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Right.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Yep.
Gastrointestinal.
Sigh approaching relief. Last test on the list. He looks around the ground. Pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
We will omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fills. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injury we inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I've inflicted.
Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters.
But isn't that sloppy?
Be pedantic if you like, it doesn't matter. No one else is going to investigate this man's murder. And if they do, such details would only confuse them.
Alright.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Right.
And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
Yep.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Okay.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact.
Okay.
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Oh.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Opinion, fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start.
Yep.
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How'd it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
Anything
we were
else?
thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Okay, here you go.
For processing.
Looks at the dead man one more time, slip a red paper in his hand, and the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Very low. Stop wasting time, you're smart. Establish probable cause. I mean, worst case that can happen is we fail.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Let's check his fingernails.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
I just got a gut feeling there's more to the corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Yeah, no.
What are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Want to get fucked?
No.
Only if all else fails.
I'll take another look at the body first.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Tell me something.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Never mind.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's leave. ask about a fridge. Hello, Westhoff. Hope you're doing all right. Been using that often enough. Also, yeah. Start in journalizing socioeconomics. Oh yeah. No, that should be good. Will be fun to see her around, but yeah, nah, just having a fun birthday stream here. Hello.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
Honey, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Okay, can I, like, leave? Should I ask what the game is first?
You got this. There's...
I'm out of here. I want to deal with the corpse first.
Can I help you?
I'm in need of a fridge.
Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Yeah.
Correct it.
We want to put a very important dead body into your fridge.
I don't care. You're not putting a dead body into my fridge.
Why?
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Hey, you pronounced macabre correctly.
Let's go talk to the frit clerk.
Yep. I mean, considering she doesn't seem to have much of a care about her job, I think it would be a lot easier to get her to agree to this.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Yeah, do you got a fridge?
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
Need to store a corpse in there.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not joking. You need to store the corpse of the hangman in your fridge.
Okay. It wouldn't even fit, you know.
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storing a corpse.
I guess you're right. Plus, fridge is a bit small anyway.
Okay.
Does Frit have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe.
It's important.
She scrunches up her face into.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Tell us about the reality we're in.
Reality? You mean what reality? Economic reality or?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
Yeah, tell me about the economic reality.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
Alright, what about the physical reality?
I don't know. What about it?
I'm not bothered with this nonsense anymore.
Oh.
I guess we might have to ask the terrible one.
Fuck does Kuno care?
You know what? Let's try.
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons, like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
Hey, Kuno, do you think you can turn on the Kuno down for a moment? Talk like normal people?
Trying to fuck at the Kuno! Trying to fuck at me! Trying to fuck! Kuno only gets higher! It's faster, faster, faster! Can't take the Kuno! Stay out of the reactor!
Kuno gonna fuck you up! Up, up, up!
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
Alright, need a fridge to stash the body.
For the fuck him! Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
Where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
50-50 shot.
In his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Well, some arrogant shit thinks he can kill in Kuno's kingdom without asking the Kuno first. Sounds like lawlessness to me.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument. Wordless, like kings do.
So Outlaw's fate is in your hands. Make an example of him. Help me locate him using fridge body technology.
Alright, Kuno hears ya. See that shit house over there?
Points to the collapsed building with the bookstore.
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there, casting a shadow on you.
Big tall one behind you?
You gotta get in that shit. In there deep.
And how do I get into the building again?
Through the bookstore. You gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
Beg the book bitch.
Yeah, book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
He means the bookstore. We have to ask the proprietor of the bookstore.
I figured.
See, the clerk gets it. Listen to your four-eyed friend.
What do you mean in the deep?
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement, recon style.
Right.
Giant fridge down there, fucking will fit, no problem. It looks like a white bear or some shit. Try not to piss yourself when you see it.
Right.
A white bear? A polar bear?
Thanks, Kuno.
You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But don't forget where you heard it from.
Right.
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's property.
I'm off.
Doesn't fucking...
Okay, bookstore. Well, at least we have a reason to come in here.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Hi.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
So you're the owner of the store.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Who's the girl standing outside?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post, doing her job like a proper girl?
Of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yep.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
10. She's very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Look, I'm here to dismantle free market and abolish child labor.
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends how much you pay the kid.
Good sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her, as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there.
Uh-huh.
Such criminal behavior would not happen in more developed countries.
Some more developed countries, the sort of thing as 2 felonies, child labor and slavery.
Those countries will realize they've raised a lazy and spoiled generation. Are we done with the jokes now?
Maybe?
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here. Right.
Alright, let's change the subject.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
I was told there's a huge fridge in the building cellar. Can you lead me there?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
What if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
What kind of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Do you even know what kind of books you have for sale?
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose.
Ah.
But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories.
Wait, shouldn't a storekeeper know about her wares?
I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine.
So, where'd you learn about the important things, son?
The truth is available if you just know where to look. And you have to open and free your mind to understand.
Alright, I'll take a look then.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Examine the strange cake-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Huh.
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the Semines again?
Inhabitants of Elysium, the Seminine Islands down south.
Uh-huh.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Why aren't you browsing the books? Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? You ought to.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Well, let's pull it.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Well, good thing I'm not a customer.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're dumb if we decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
There's a fridge in there that I need.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
Man, this is different. Police officer. Need to get back there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She abruptly stops, says, her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Okay, we'll leave it for now. But we're talking about this.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Look, why are you uptight about the curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
It's just a storage room. Why does it have a Semini's ward protecting it?
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed and tight-lipped smile, then something breaks. Hey, Durak! Thank you!
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
How does the curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
Shipper runs to the woman as if she looks around dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Uh-huh.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Is that it? I was hoping for something more paranatural.
But officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
Uh-huh.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
No.
Sounds familiar.
Strange. I feel unwanted too. What does it mean?
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
I really don't care about the curse. I just need to get to the fridge.
Most certainly not. I'm not letting you open the gates of hell. In fact, I don't want anyone who isn't familiar with the psychic arts involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Stay away from the summoner. No, wait, this isn't Final Fantasy X.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
And we've got points in drama. Convince you to investigate the doomed commercial arts.
Time to fire up the old lie machine.
I don't want to say all that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you're right. What can go wrong?
Attaboy.
Ma'am, I'm a renowned private investigator, paragon of law and specialist to all things criminal.
And I am his private partner, John Shaw. Together we run the preeminent postal surveillance firm in Ravachon.
Yeah.
Shao is what the Saolite Empire was called in the Occident, back when far less was known about the people. It was a barbarian other, ever so mystical, on whom you could project any kind of exotic fantasy. The legend of it persists, and a lot of people still think the Shao is a thing.
But wait, there's more!
Once we've caught our client's spouse in flagrante delicto, we blackmail them and pocket the money ourselves, because that's what private investigators do. Now, I see that you are a married woman.
Yeah.
Some penetrating sarcasm from your colleague there.
Absolutely.
What nonsense are you two going on about? This is not relevant at all. And besides, my husband would never do such a thing. We are proper people.
You shouldn't be so trusting your husband. Men are filthy, treacherous pigs.
This is preposterous. A waste of my time and of no help to anyone.
Our sincere apologies, ma'am. No more nonsense. We are offering to assist you with your troubles. Pro bono.
Good offer, ma'am. Urge you to accept our help. Might be the only way to save your business.
That's right. When not spying on the love affairs of the ultra-rich, we solve unusual mysteries by the low load.
What better way than ask us?
Oh my god! Will you stop with that incessant yammering? It's too much. If you wanted the key to the back door, you could have just asked for it.
Fine, I'll ask for it. Could we have the key?
Absolutely not.
Oh. Seriously, I need to get to the fridge in the cellar. It's a police matter. I've got a dead body to take care of.
What? Oh my god! A victim of the curse? The curse has started killing people? It's killing now?
You're right. The curse is worse than ever. That's why you need me to let me in there to investigate.
You're right. It's worse than I imagined. We definitely have to contain it now.
Yes, this is your chance. This is your chance. Only a para-detective can solve this case.
Right.
This definitely softened her up.
Seriously, I need to get to the fridge in the cellar.
A dead what? Oh my god! A victim of the curse? The curse has started killing people? It's killing now? You're right.
Yes, this definitely softened her up.
I had a few more questions about the
Okay,
curse.
but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
Uh-huh.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough.
So you're a pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
Uh-huh.
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Oh.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Very. Why just tell me right away that was the curse?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Right.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
I do. I had other
The
questions.
woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Okay. Can I open it now?
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Let's do it.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. And looking at an unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. I should be okay.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
We'll knock on it.
Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo.
Oh. I guess we can always try. Yeah. Yeah. Ow.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Oh god. This really wasn't the best idea, was it?
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
Right. Quaint picture book brochure. Very colorful. Tome of Fascist Magic. Rather candid. I don't know want to know what fascist magic is. Because I feel like I live in that world. Another boring book. Just discarded here. Yeah. Could I please have that key?
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
Trying to find a way to the fridge downstairs. An urgent police matter.
You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them.
Lake trout. Molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Huh. Fascinating. Hey, you wouldn't know how to get the key, would you?
Hello again, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book this time?
Ask some questions.
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the...
Right.
It's kind
I'm
of
a
like
policeman
a puzzle, too.
myself.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Stop being
Didn't
one.
mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. More about books, maybe?
I'm out. Well, with that autosave... Yeah, I think we might be calling it at this point. But yeah, this has been fun. Thanks all for dropping by. And hopefully I'll remember and have the energy to actually do some streaming tomorrow. I shouldn't have much stuff going on. Thank you very much. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And thanks all for dropping by. I certainly had fun. Hope you all did too. And yeah. It's been a good day. Thanks, folks. Let's see here. I wonder, do I have the ability to, like... I don't know how to set up a raid or anything like that, so I guess I'll just call it an evening. Have a good one, folks.